It's all about action, folks. If you're in action, things are going to happen. Stay tuned. You're going to meet Andrea, and we're going to talk about it's okay to be scared. Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice, and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by Jim Palmer's 2013 Ride the Rebound Mastermind and Coaching Program, the place to claim your share of the economic boom or create your own. Join Jim and other successful entrepreneurs for an exciting and profitable journey as you take your business to the next level and beyond. Get all the details now at www.ridetherebound.com. That's www.ridetherebound.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru, out here in Los Angeles at James Mouncheck's Big Money Speaker event with some great friends of mine. Of course, Mr. Martin Howey, the co-author of the book, and Andrea Adams-Miller, who's here actually in full capacity with James's event, right? You're like huge in social media and everything.
I am. I'm actually known as a leading international authority on healthy relationships. And specifically this weekend, I'll be talking about healthy relationships in social media and how you connect with your audiences, just like you do with your newsletters.
Awesome. And of course, Martin and I have a very healthy relationship, so that's a good thing. We need to put it up there.
That's perfect.
So Andrea has agreed to interview Martin and myself because it was 1 year ago at this very restaurant where we conceived the idea for this book. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, you know, it's really amazing. When I had a chance to look through the book, I was really impressed right away because some of the top key worldwide leaders in anything to do with business and entrepreneurship are in this book. And that's really impressive, both of you guys. So tell me how that came about.
Martin?
Well, we were sitting in this very restaurant at a table right over here next to us.
Yeah.
And Jim said, Martin, you really need to write this book about your experience with cancer and how you got through it. And I said, Jim, I know a lot of people have been asking me about that and encouraging me to do it, but I said, Jim, I don't have time for that. You had cancer 10 years ago. You overcame that. Why don't you write it? And he looked at me without hesitation and he said, Martin, why don't we write it together?
Awesome.
And that's how it happened.
And literally, Andrea, we were at the breakfast table, and before we left and went into James's event, we had how the book was going to be. We were going to interview each other. We both agreed that we were way too busy to have this be like a 6-month or a year project. So we said, we're going to get this done in 60 days. And we identified 9 really top entrepreneurs, as you said, are in the book. And of course, James is there.
Yeah.
So the first thing we did is went into the event. I went up to James before he went on the stage, said, James, this is the book. He says, I'm in it. What can I do? How can I help? Which is awesome of James. But we interviewed some really great people. Everybody was a 30-minute interview, and we asked them the same 3 questions. What's the biggest challenge you faced in your life? How did you overcome that? And then give us one good, solid piece of wisdom to help make this a better year.
This is really amazing. You know, as being a person who talks about relationships, I'm igniteyourrelationships.com, by the way. But it's really interesting to hear how people respond. So I want to hear about the impact of what people said who've been reading this.
Martin, you and I have both had some really great emails. I got one to share. You got one to share for as far as the impact?
In fact, I've got so many emails, as you do as well. And not only that, but phone calls. In fact, while I was in the hospital recovering from this, or getting through my treatments and my surgery and my radiation and my chemotherapy, I had such a positive attitude, and people would come in and they would leave happier than when they came. And they couldn't believe the attitude that I had. And so the hospital asked me to come and work with people in different rooms that had almost given up. And as a result of that, the word got out. Once I got the book done, I started sending the book to the people that I had talked to in the hospital. And the word got around, and people would contact me all the time and say, Martin, can you talk to me? Can you work with me? I read your book. I saw the chapters in there. They were enlightening. They were inspiring. They're helping me get through some things that I didn't think I'd be able to do. And so I get calls and emails, and I'm right now working with about 6 different people throughout the country who have contacted me saying, help me, get me through this. I really like what you had to say. Not only what I had to say, but what the other leaders that we have in here had to say as well.
You know, I got to share a story too. Then I see our breakfast is on the table, so we'll stop after this. But it was about last April. Martin and I were talking about, because you know when you do a book or any kind of big project, you get it all done and you kind of go shoo, but in a book it's then you got to start marketing it. And I think both of us were just a little tired because it was a hard 60 days, right?
Sure.
And so we're on the phone to each other saying, what are we going to do? We got to start selling more of these books. Literally that afternoon, I get an email from a woman who said, I read your book. My husband read your book, and he's admittedly a little overweight and occasionally had shortness of breath, But because of the stories in the book, he went to his doctor and got checked out. His doctor sent him to the emergency room immediately. And basically, long story short, she said, Jim, if it wasn't for your and Martin's book, I would have buried my husband before his 45th birthday.
Wow.
And I sent that to Martin. I said, I don't care if we sell any more books. Our job is done here. We obviously want to have a bigger impact, but that's the kind of impact we've had with It's Okay to Be Scared.
Well, it's really interesting because when I've talked to so many people in the world, actually, I work with a lot of clients who have cancer as well. But what's so interesting is it's not about cancer. It's about anything that you have in your life that you want to overcome. Any challenge, whether it's health or in your business or whatever. You have the top people telling you the secrets to be able to, encapsulate your life to a higher level, no matter what your challenge is. So how do people get their hands on this?
It's Okay to Be Scared book.com, or it's on Amazon. That's the easiest. You can get it on Kindle or paperback.
Awesome. So any way that you like to read, you can have it, and so that'll overcome some challenges as well.
Well,
awesome.
What a great time. So Martin and I actually came here to this event, again, just to celebrate the 1-year anniversary. And then when I saw Andrea, I said, Andrea, you got to come be on our TV show. So thank you so much for doing this.
Check this out. It's really, really great stuff that'll impact your entire life.
And before the day's out, go do something nice for somebody. Wave them into traffic, hold the door for them. You never know. Random acts of kindness are going to just make the whole world spin a little easier on its access. My name is Jim Palmer. I'm the host, and I'm committed to helping you build a more successful business faster. Watch for another great episode of Newsletter Guru TV this time next week. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, Andrea.
We rolling, Martin?
Yep.
Hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. We're here at the James Malinchak Big Money Speaker event with Andrea Adams Miller. I'm sorry, Andrea Adams Miller, right?
That's correct.
And my good buddy Martin Howey, as I said. It's the 1-year anniversary of when we co-authored the book Stick Like Oh shit. Never mind, start over. It's the 1-year anniversary of when we co-authored the book Stick Like Oh shit. Never mind, start over.
That's me though. That's my personality.
Okay, no, that'll give me a chance to get your name right.
Oh, no problem.
This way, just a
Yeah, we're there. That's better. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, here we go.